Hey, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to be doing this easy two-piece upcycle from a denim jacket and a pair of jeans. But before we get started, do not forget to like and subscribe. So let's get right into it. All right, so I have this jacket that I got. I liked it because the bottom kind of looks like jeans, but you can see it's falling apart at basically the armhole and at the cuffs on both sides. So what I'm going to do is just make new sleeves for it basically. So I have to first take off the sleeves and the cuffs. I'm cutting it not above like the little thick part right there, but below it, but right on it basically, so that I can just top stitch over that. If you cut it below it, then it won't have the same look and effect. So I'm just cutting both of those off on the cuffs and the arms, and then I'm going to open up the old sleeve just to use it as a pattern, and then you can keep this and you can use it for other things also. So I cut it open, and then I cut open the pant leg on the jeans as well, leaving the little piece that kind of looks like the piece in the jean where it opens up at for your arm can go in, so that it has the same kind of look and it looks like it was done intentionally. All right, so I'm lining it up there, and then I'm just going to use, like I said, the old sleeve as a pattern for the new sleeve on the pant leg. All right, so you're going to do the same thing for both of the pant legs so that you can have two. But before you do that, you can see that there's an opening right there, so where you can open up and get your whole arm through and the cuff. So I just cut along the top, again leaving that thick piece there so it can kind of look like the original sleeve looked. And then I'm going to go over and do the same thing, like I said, to the other side, cutting that little slit there again, so that now I have two arms to then attach back on. So one side is basically already done, and you're just going to have to fold a little bit in and top stitch on the other side, and then fold them right side together and sew down that, and you'll have two sleeves with a slit for the opening. Then what you're going to do with the original cuff is line it up. You're not going to do it like you would do it if you were doing a regular, like right face to right face, and then fold it down. You're going to top stitch it on so that it has that look. So you're just going to line it up from one end to the other end and top stitch just straight around, and then you'll be done with that part. And then you can attach the arms to the sleeve openings there. I cut off a thick part that was there because it was going to be really bulky. If you don't have that, you don't have to do that step. And then you're just going to pin around from the armhole up and around. When I got to the top, there was extra space, so what I did was just make little pleats in it to just give it a full effect at the top of the sleeve. And then you can see that both of these are done, and I did do the top stitch there too, not like you would do with a regular sleeve. Did it that way. So then I was done with that. I was going to take off the sweatshirt looking part, but I decided not to. So then I'm going over to doing the bottom piece now, because I decided to make a skirt to go along with it because I had the extra. I did a video before on making a skirt from a pair of jeans. I'll put a link for that below, but it's basically the same thing. You're just going to open up the center and the crotch and then fold them over flat so that it lays out nice and flat. So you're going to do both in the front and the back. You don't have to go that high up. You're just going to go up till it looks nice and flat like it does there. And then I have to close back up the sides because I opened those up way more than I needed to when I was doing the arms. So this is the other part of the sleeve from the old jacket. From the jacket before it was done. That's the original sleeve. So I took two sleeves and the biggest part of them and laid those out so that it lined up with the front and the back of the skirt to make the front and back of the skirt. You can see where the armhole divot, like little pieces there. That's okay, because I'm going to put it up high to cover the little slit in the front, so you won't see that dip there, because I'm just going to top stitch on that. So I just closed those up on the side and then pinned it all the way around. When I got to the back, I realized it was too big back there, so I had to open it back up and adjust it to lay it flat. So when I was doing that, then you can see it's overlapping now on one of the back pockets. So I'm going to have to move the back pockets to make it look even, because now the back is going to look all wonky if one pocket is right and one pocket isn't. So I'm going to take off the pockets and then put them back on. But before I do that, I just want to sew it up all the way around. So I'm doing the same thing over with laying it flat and doing that, and then I'm going to stitch around again, top stitching, not face to face like you would in a regular. And then I come back and I finish removing the back pockets so that I can relay them. You can see that the original outline for the pockets are still there, but that's okay because it just gives it a little dimensional look. And then I'm adjusting them so that they look like they belong back there now. When doing this, I wanted to add back in, because it's so two-tone with the jacket, I wanted to add back in just a little more color. So I took the other piece of armhole that I had left and just made a little shadowing kind of the pocket and just did the top stitch there. I found gold thread that looks like the original thread, and that is it. So I'm done, and you have a two-piece cute skirt set that you can do. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up, and do not forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified for future thrift flips and DIYs and home decor and all that. All right, see you in the next one.